Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah. Welcome to Mike Dolce show. We got some breaking news today. We all know about the Nate Diaz, USADA, UFC drug testing debacle, right? Put the BMF title in jeopardy, where Nate came out recently and said, UFC/USADA says I did something dirty that I didn't do. So F it. Let them figure this out. I'm not fighting. And the whole MMA world was aghast. They didn't know what was going on. Oh no. What will we do? Well, this story in and of itself, you have to give credit to Nate for breaking it, because what Nate says, and a lot of this is coming straight from Nate's mouth, and I will talk to you about the admission here in a second, which hasn't been discussed, and I don't know why the rest of the media hasn't discussed this. But Nate came out and he put his cards on the table real quick. He said, basically, they say I did something. I say I didn't do something. So F it. I'm not fighting. Let them figure it out. And it shows that Nate understands his leverage in this situation. Lots of money on the line here. But then we move forward and I read an article on ESPN by Mark Rayamundi. And I'll quote a few pieces from this article that matters. So Nate Diaz said, it's only cheating if you jump in under the influence of that, right? Basically, he's saying you only cheat if you actually use it and then go compete. So he said, so let's say I did accidentally take some stuff, which I didn't, but let's say that I did, an admission that he did take something. Well, then let's just effing fight in a couple months when that stuff wears off. I have no problem with that. I don't care if it ruins the show. You ain't ruining my whole legacy. Now, this statement right here is the most important statement in all of this. And let me explain to you exactly why. So Diaz is saying, hey, maybe I did take something. If so, F it. Pull me from the card. Wait until my body's clear. I'll pass every test. I'll be completely clean. And then I'll come back and fight just to show that I'm not a cheater. And I respect that in what Nate's saying. Walk away from the $10 million plus purse that he's going to be getting just to show up at this card at MSG versus Jorge Masvidal. Pull me from the card, scrap the card, ruin the card. You guys eat that. I'm going to clear my name. Now, this is where it all gets funny, because all of a sudden, somehow, the UFC and USADA come out and say, wait. No, Nate's fine. He's fine now. Somehow, in the course of 24 to 48 hours, they were able to contact Nate Diaz, tell Nate that he tested for elevated levels of a prohibited substance, to which was the SARM LGD-4033, which is a very well-known selective androgen receptor modulator, a SARM, a category of banned, strictly banned substances inside the USADA WADA world. And the USADA and the UFC announced Friday that Diaz had trace amounts of the prohibited substance in his system. But he was cleared of any wrongdoing. And this is, guys, listen, this is where it gets crazy. This is where none of this makes any sense. And you need to lean forward and listen here, because Diaz, per the UFC, tested for an amount lower than the agreed upon threshold. This always gets me. They're saying, hey, that is an illegal drug. It's illegal to use. You can't use it, but you can have some of it in your system and you can compete anyway. That's weird, right? So they can do drugs. Athletes can do drugs. They just can't have a lot of drugs in their body at the time of the test. Do you understand that? Because lower than the agreed upon threshold, right? So you can have the illegal drug in your system, but when we test you, it can't be over the agreed upon threshold. Now, I'm not saying Nate's dirty. I don't believe Nate's dirty at all. I'm using Nate as the figure, the face of this whole conversation, though, because he did put it out in the public. Then this goes on to say, and this is the crazy part that makes no sense to me, and I haven't heard one single statement on it, nor have I heard one member of the media even ask the question, which is flipping weird. One of his supplements was tested and came back contaminated with LGD 4033. Well, I got to ask you, when in the hell, in that 48-hour turnaround period, did USADA have the time to go to Nate Diaz's house, open his cabinets, get every single one of his supplements, put it in the car, put it in the box, put it on the plane, fly it to the lab, curry it from the lab or from the airport to the lab to then get tested? Run through all the sophisticated tests that normally take weeks to get done, but within a 48-hour period, they got all of this done that quick so they could turn around within 2 days of announcing that he was dirty to all of a sudden announcing this. Mr. Diaz has not committed an anti-doping policy violation. Mr. Diaz has not been provisionally suspended and is not subject to any sanctions, the UFC said. Additionally, the UFC has been informed by independent experts who have determined that there is unequivocally no appreciable performance enhancing or therapeutic benefit from the significantly limited amount of LGD 4033 that may be present in his system, which is roughly 10,000 times lower than one LGD 4033 therapeutic dose. Now, let's unpack this here for a quick second. And let me just add this last little piece. Based on the full lab and medical analysis provided by USADA and reviewed by the commission, Nate Diaz is not disqualified from participating in the upcoming UFC 244 event, New York State Department of State spokesperson Mercedes Padilla told ESPN. So now we have USADA saying, nope, he's fine. UFC saying, nope, he's fine. Nevada State Athletic Commission saying, nope, he's fine. Although all three agree that there is an illegal substance in his body. Nate Diaz said, hey, listen, if there's anything illegal in my body, F it, I'm out. I'm off the card. I'm happy to not compete. You all motherfuckers can figure it out. Do you smell something weird here? This is what I'm pushing towards. UFC stepped in, USADA stepped in and said, Nate, you're dirty. Something came up dirty, but don't worry about it. Go out and fight, and then we'll figure it out. Nate said, F you. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't believe I did anything wrong. But on the far chance that I might have accidentally ingested something wrong, I'm not going to compete. I want to clear my name, and then I'll go fight next year. I don't care. Then USADA and UFC stepped back in and said, wait. You're fine. Our bad. You're good to go. Now, I have to ask fans of the sport, members of the media, what supplement was it exactly? Have you sent out warnings to every other athlete on the roster? Hey, guys, this specific supplement tested positive for prohibited substances. Why has no one told us what exactly the substance was, what exactly the brand was? Why hasn't the company put out a press release apologizing or denying it? Which one was it, if it was really any at all? I have a hard time believing this. I have a very hard time believing this. I have a hard time believing that someone went to Nate's house, pulled all of his supplements, packed them up, somehow got to a highly sophisticated WADA accredited lab, ran all the tests, and had the results done in under 24, under 48 hours time. And then got an extra panel of experts to come out and unequivocally state that what was found was not nearly enough to have a performance enhancing benefit, but nobody is mentioning, well, what if it was a week or so ago based upon the half-life? Was this something that could have been consumed for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks? And then an athlete tapers off, they stop the dose, and slowly the dose comes down? Was it the residue essentially from someone who was using and now it just petered away and it's almost gone? Not saying Nate did anything. Again, I don't believe he did. But not one expert said, yeah, that's actually pretty common for someone who's actually cycling and took something and now they've come off it. They mistimed their cycle by a day, by half a day, by a week. I don't see one person saying that. That's pretty damn plausible, isn't it? Again, I don't think Nate did anything. I don't believe he did anything. I don't believe this SARM was in Nate's supplement. Maybe it was. Maybe Nate's running around juicing to the gills, laughing at everybody because we're all believing him. Again, I don't believe he is. I don't believe this SARM is in these vegan multivitamins as is being said. I don't believe that. And if that's the case, that is a huge case that should be all over Yahoo News, all over ESPN. Any and every athlete tested by USADA should be terrified right now. Why is the UFC, why is USADA not issuing press releases immediately telling athletes to not consume this brand of supplement? Why not? Is it really dirty? Now, how about this? Here's one better. Think about this. USADA says, hey, Nate, you tested positive for something dirty. Nate says, nope, that's impossible. USADA says, well, it's possible that one of your supplements were contaminated. Nate says, sure, come on and check them. They take the supplement right here. This is the supplement, and this is the black market drug. This is the LGD, and they go like this. They take some out, they sprinkle it in, they shake it up, and they say, here, take it, go test it. What's going to happen? So let's say this supplement right here, let's say this is the multivitamin. Let's just say that. This is the multivitamin. Totally clean. Nothing wrong. No prohibited substances. They take just a little bit of residual powder. Tick, 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 tick. Little sprinkle, little shake. Here you go. Go test it. They're going to go test that. And what happens? Son of a gun. Third-party lab confirms this supplement was contaminated. Who contaminated it? Who contaminated it? Was it contaminated by super foo-foo, vegan, crunchy, grainy health supplement company? Maybe. Was it contaminated by the athlete? Maybe. So that clears you? Now, this is why that makes no sense. That doesn't clear you. The protocol is USADA gets your supplement if possible, and then they go out and they buy that same supplement from different stores, and then they test a variety of that supplement. They test yours, they test 1, 2, 3, or more other versions of the same supplement, probably from the same lot, hopefully in the same lot, from around the country, if necessary, local jurisdiction, very possible, off of Amazon. Yes, the more the better to see. So if Nate's is dirty, the one at the GNC is dirty, the one at Vitamin Shop is dirty, the one from Amazon is dirty, all in the same lot, well then, yeah, now you have a pretty good case of unintentional contamination. But if only Nate's is dirty, the GNC's clean, Amazon's clean, Vitamin Shop's clean, now this is a whole nother case, isn't it? Have you heard anybody talk like this? Have you heard anybody have that discussion? Again, I think Nate's clean. I don't think Nate did anything wrong. I think this is a whole Fugazi situation here. Why is that? Who knows? Let's leave it up to human error for now. The fact that Nate said he will not compete if there's any speculation that he's dirty. And immediately, he was exonerated. What supplements were tested to exonerate him? Where is the MMA media? Why isn't that the first question at the press conference? Why not? I wonder why not. Not one journalist thought to answer this question, ask this question. What supplement was it? Exactly what supplement did you guys test? How many supplements did you have to pull from Nate's house and then test each one individually? How much time does that take to go through each and every supplement? Did they actually even test Nate's supplements? What do you think? Leave comments below. I want to hear what you think here. What do you think? Let's have a conversation about this. Leave comments below. I'm going to answer a few questions and then poof, I'm going to get out of here. Powell, what's up? Good morning. Chris Schumake, good morning. Let's do it. Good morning, Uncle Mike. What's up, Aaron Salvatore? Morning, Uncle Mike. FU. Adam says, good morning. I'm wondering about an alternative to turkey bacon as well as why you suggest it in 3 weeks of shredded, since it's generally highly processed. Not all are. What we do, we have the turkey bacon in 3 weeks to shredded because of the high sodium content, and it adds a nice little variety to your menu. You can throw some wild caught salmon in there if you would like to. Smoked salmon would be even better. Mala says, Mike, they should just give you the BMF belt. Boom. I don't know about that. Ashraf says, morning, Uncle. Good morning, Ashraf. When's the next DDC? I'll let you know soon. We're just decompressing after the last one. Super excited. What an amazing event. Nicholas, what's up, brother? Mike, I tweaked my back again on Sunday. Man, I'm stressed out. I got stressed out. Got adjusted by my chiropractor, feeling somewhat better. Do you follow the Rice technique or another recovery? Man, all injuries are different, so I'm not too specific. It all depends on what the injury is. I mean, getting more blood flow in there is very helpful. The immediate onset, first 36 hours or so, yeah, the Rice concept certainly does work. But if you're working with a doctor, they're giving you better advice than I could give you here without an evaluation. Brian, man, this microdosing is the new way to get around everything. Absolutely. Or just be a needle mover. That's all. Just make money. If you make money, if you're a big name, guess what? You're good. You're good to go. Mohammed, didn't they say that it was due to a tainted supplement? They did, but what supplement? What supplement? Which supplement specifically? That's what I want to know. K. Cardi, wait, fight is canceled? Nope, fight's still on. Coach Abdullah, NCAA tested us and it took weeks to get the results. And in the 90s, we're using close to Olympic style testing. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It takes weeks. Now, UFC's got enough money to run this stuff faster for sure. They'll spend $1 million, no problem, to get this done. But I haven't heard about this. I haven't heard about it. I haven't heard Nate say anything that these mofos came to my house. They pulled all the supplements, this, that, and the other thing. I haven't heard one person even mention this. Why is that? Because I don't think it happened. Politics, UFC owns USADA. If a ruling messes up with that bottom line, then bam, same thing with Lesnar, Hunt, fight, crooked MFers. Ashraf says, also, I just turned 18. I'm 5'10", 160. I'm super active with jits, functional strength, and occasional boxing cardio. I'm 70% body fat. How much do you think I could get down to in 50 days? Well, I would love to see you drop that body fat down to about 12%, but I would also love to see you add some lean muscle tissue. You can go to thedolcediet.com right now. Go to thedolcediet.com right now and join our 4-week or 12-week online personalized diet and exercise program. Every recipe, every ingredient is personalized to you, to your specific goals. Every workout, every exercise, every set, every rep with video tutorials. This is available on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad. Everywhere you go to thedolcediet.com right now. Use my promo code DOLCE20, DOLCE 20 today only, and you will save 20% at thedolcediet.com. Why not? Get started, get in amazing shape, feel great, lose fat, gain muscle. That's what's up. What did he use? He used the LGD. What did Nate admit to taking? Well, go back and watch the first 4 or 5 minutes of this. They get one from the same back number as to test as well. That's what they are supposed to do. The insane A train, wasn't it a tainted daily vitamin? Allegedly. Well, you got to watch Insane. You can't just bump in. Go watch the beginning. I cover all that stuff. Yo, coach, what's up? What's up? It was in the USADA press release. Good morning from Manila. Love how you keep it real all the time. That's what's up. Let's keep it real, right? Be honest, for real. I want to know what's up. This is what it goes. This is what goes on. I'm an MMA insider. I know it all. I know everybody. I know the process. I know the rules. I know how it works. So when things don't fucking look right, I talk about it. It doesn't look right. California State Athletic Commission, all their weight cutting BS rules. Same thing. I talk about it. Sometimes it's real deal. I talk about that too. But something doesn't add up here, right? Something doesn't add up. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below this video. Also, bang, bang, bang. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you have not yet, and click on that little bell for notification. Every day we're dropping heat over here. Every day we are dropping heat. MMA inside news. We're dropping fitness news. We're dropping finance news. We are keeping you in shape, ready to go in life. The most honest, actionable, evidence-based information to dramatically improve your life. That's what we're sharing. Sam Corey says, how many coffees do you drink per day? I drink at least 2 double espressos and 2 traditional cups of coffee. I'm highly caffeinated, although not for November. Remember, just say November. November, I choose to give up coffee in the month of November. I choose to give it up, not because I have to, not because it's an addiction, not because it's bad for me, because I love it. So I choose to give it up so I strengthen that self-discipline muscle, so I can delay gratification, so I can be the master of my own world. If you want to join, just say November. Join with me. Take part in this. Let me know. Go watch the video. Just say November. I did 2 days ago. Watch that video. Learn more about it, and you can join. Be a part of the community. We're going. We're getting it. We're getting it. Jesse Lee, thoughts on cryotherapy? I like cryo. I go to cryo with friends over at Thrive Spine and Sports Rehab quite a bit. I also like cold water immersion. If you're a big name, you're good. Facts on facts. That's right, Lap. Danny says, Mike, what do you think about Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad? I love the cash flow quadrant that Kiyosaki talks about. I hate, and hate's a strong word. I hate the way Kiyosaki talks about going into debt to acquire real estate. And I hate how Kiyosaki keeps trying to pump up gold. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. Buying real estate going into debt to buy real estate is stupid. And putting all your money into gold is stupid. 5 to 10% of your total asset base in precious metals. Sure, I can see that. I'm not mad at that, but it's not growing. Historically, look at gold, look at silver. They don't grow. It's basically just a hedge against the economy, civilization collapse. That's really what precious metals are. It's a hedge against the collapse of the civilization, the collapse of the US dollar. Is that going to happen? Well, I'm going to put my money into bullets and water more than I'm going to put it into silver and gold. GG TNX. Greetings, Mike. As always, you are 100% correct, and I agree with you. Thank you. Jesse Lee, how would you schedule your cardio training for a fight camp? Sprint 2 days a week and 5-mile jogs 3 days a week is what I'm currently doing. Well, how long are you fighting for? 15 minutes or 25 minutes or 12 minutes? Really depends on how long your fight is. I'm thinking 5 miles is probably a little too long unless you're a 5-rounder, 5-5s, or if you're getting up to like 10. If you're, fighting over 20 minutes, then maybe 5 miles. 3 to 4 miles is typically better. Benjamin, what's up, Ben? Do you think there's possibility they knew a week or two, but just told him when he broke the news and tested it in that time? I have no idea. Well, no, that doesn't make sense, because if they told Nate told us, allegedly, Nate told us the same day he found out. That's what Nate said, so I'm going to believe him. So if they told Nate the same day, they wouldn't have known what supplement Nate may have taken until they at least told Nate. So that's the same day. The day after Nate mentioned it, they exonerated him. So I'm saying 48 hours max, probably closer to 24 hours. I'm really trying to be conservative here. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. The timelines don't make sense. The whole story doesn't make sense. Do I care? I don't care. I want to see Nate fight Masvidal. I don't care. Let him go. Let him scrap at it. Let's see it. It is a big event in MSG, and I agree with Nate. If they think I'm dirty, don't fight. I won't fight. I respect that, man. Tommy says, if Nate is juicing, it doesn't appear to be working. He needs whatever Vitor was using. Yikes. Chris says, been watching the show since the beginning, even back in the early Joe Rogan shows. Right on, man. That's very cool. Super cool. Ashraf says, is dropping 5 to 7% body fat in 50 days realistic? Yeah. Depending on what you weigh. So if you weigh what? Let's say you weigh 200 pounds and 1% of your body weight is 2 pounds. 5% is 10 pounds. Can you drop 10 pounds of body fat in 50 days? Yeah, of course you can. If you're focused, if you're diligent, if you're compliant, right? Yeah, of course you can. If you're following a healthful diet, which is why I say go to thedolcediet.com and start our 4-week or 12-week online diet or exercise program. The Dolce Diet is the most successful healthy weight loss program ever devised, as proven 100% successful by the world's greatest athletes for over 20 plus years. There is no better healthy weight loss program than the Dolce Diet. So go to thedolcediet.com, promo code Dolce20 and get started. Plus, I give you a 100% money back guarantee because I am awesome like that. You have nothing to lose. Get started now. Aaron says, how many failed tests are really from tainted supplements? Just get rid of USADA and bring back the gorillas. I'm happy with that too. Absolutely. Paul says, Uncle Mike, what are best practices for marijuana use to aid training, reduce stress? Probably edibles would be best. And know your dose, know your strain, which really matters. But I want to know my strain. I'm more of a sativa guy. I love the edibles. I'm not a vapor. And I enjoy the flower, but that's really hard from an ingestion perspective when you're constantly pushing and running and opening up those lungs. Ashraf says, debate Dr. Berg plus Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Also waiting for the talk with Sam Calavata. Sam won't contact me. Sam completely ghosted me. He went MIA. He won't respond to anything. Nothing. Dr. Berg, I'd love to debate him. I don't think there's any debate with me and Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Most of Dr. Rhonda Patrick's work validates all of my work. So pretty much everything I see Dr. Rhonda Patrick say proves everything I've been saying for nearly 2 years is correct. So I love Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Billy. Well, Billy, what did you say? Billy, what do you want me to do? I didn't see your comment. But now I read everyone's comment except mine. Well, Billy, I just read yours. But there's nothing to add here because you didn't ask me anything. Common sense. How do you think the issue will affect fighters going forward? A lot of fighters are man now. Yeah, but they're not needle movers, right? They're not bringing tens of millions of dollars in the revenue, so who cares? Wink, wink. It's terrible, man. I feel bad. I go back to Lyoto Machida was suspended 2 years for taking an over-the-counter DHEA supplement that he did not even test positive for. He disclosed. He said he took it. It wasn't in his blood. He said he took it. They gave him a 2-year suspension. He bought that over-the-counter at Whole Foods. How about that? LGD, much more powerful compound. Much more powerful compound. Michael says, I'm 5'9", 151, around 10% body fat. How long does it take to cut 5 pounds? I could cut 5 pounds in about 30 minutes. So you want to talk about cutting weight? I'd say less than an hour, easily. 2 hours? Pff, no problem. 2 hours with a good break. Tommy, just stop testing people since everyone is using, right? James, Mike, how many rest days would you recommend in a week for a push-pull? 3 to 4 rest days. Mike, or Ashraf says, also, when is the Dolce Whey back on the market? Coming soon. You'll hear about that very soon. Jacqueline says, yes, Nate said on a conference call, USADA took $500 worth of supplements from his home. What day did they do that? And what day did they exonerate him? And did they test anything else? Like I said, the sprinkle, remember, this is Nate's supplement. This is the banned supplement, and they go little sink, sprinkle, sprinkle, and all the supplements, they shake it up. Here, USADA, I don't know. Now, I'm not saying Nate did that. I'm saying this is what a lot of athletes will do. That's why USADA will go and purchase multiple supplements from other areas to see if it actually matches up. Let's see about that. Nobody's talking about it. I haven't heard about it. Haven't heard a word on it. Sam Corey, thanks, Mike. Do you have a cut off time for your coffee consumption? I don't drink past 4 p.m. Brian says, eating my breakfast bowl while watching the great content. Boom, I appreciate that. I also appreciate you guys smashing those like buttons with the thumbs up, clicking on that subscribe, and also click that little bell. Also, share this video amongst your social media outlets. Let's get people riled up. Let's see what they think. Leave your comments below when you do that so people know what you have to say. Tommy, I wish you were my uncle. Well, I am your figurative uncle. Figuratively, I am your Uncle Mike, looking out for you, trying to offer best practices while still maybe, passing you a joint from time to time. Shh, only, legal, of course, in rec legal states, I should say. What else? Randy, when counting total water consumption, do you include coffee or tea? No, I do not. Chris says, what is the dumbest idea you've ever heard of? Oh, God, there's so many. And most are on the financial side. I mean, the carnivore diet's pretty dumb. The keto diet's pretty freaking dumb. Going into debt is super dumb. HELOCs are dumb. Home equity lines of credit are freaking dumb. Balloon mortgages are super, super dumb. What else? Spending more than you earn, that's dumb. Having credit cards, that's pretty dumb. Car leases are really dumb. What else? Starving yourself in order to lose weight, that's really dumb. Intermittent fasting is pretty dumb. Any less than 8 hours of food consumption per day, that's pretty dumb. Thinking supplements will actually give you the nutrition you need to be healthy, that's dumb. Taking supplements to replace the lack of nutrition because you're not allowed to eat enough food in your diet, hashtag keto, that's really freaking dumb too, right? So those are some dumb things I'm aware of. GGT. Mike, in this case, it looks like Yoel Romero's case, the company paid millions to Yoel Supplement Company. No, they didn't pay millions to Yoel. They had a judgment against them to pay millions to Yoel. And most likely, I haven't heard of it yet. I haven't had the follow-up yet. But most likely, what will the company do? They just declare bankruptcy. And they open up under a new LLC tomorrow. That's all they do. Most likely, and I commented on this, most likely Yoel won't get a single penny. He won't get a single penny. That's the business. It's like a contractor who F's you. They just close their company, close their shell company, and they open up under somebody new. Boop, done. Ashraf says, do you guys offer internships for people who want to work with your nutritionist or work for the company? Yes, we do. We have internships for everyone. If you're in the health, the fitness, the medical, the science, the nutrition field, the exercise physiology, the personal training, the researcher field, we are here. If you're in the audio, video, the tech space, we are here. No matter what your skills are, customer service, graphic design, we offer internships for everybody. Feel free to send us an email to support@thedolcediet.com. What is the dumbest fad diet you've ever heard of? The snake diet sounds really dumb. The keto diet is pretty dumb. The carnivore diet's pretty dumb. Those are pretty dumb out of the gate. Paleo diet was pretty dumb, I gotta say. All of these exclusionary, restrictive fad diets are pretty dumb. Why don't people just eat real food in wide variety, local, organic, fresh? Based upon activity. I don't understand that. That's pretty smart. Anything outside of that is pretty dumb. Jesse Lee says, so hard to believe you are one of the very few fitness people and professionals who keep it real. And how can fat people tell me you're eating too many carbs? F you, Dolce. Oh, exactly. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that. Tommy Adams, would it ruin lists to end it with a couple of sprints? No, it wouldn't ruin it. You just finish off. Jacqueline, he also said there were 2 atypical tests, and the second one said he was a higher level of a prohibited substance. So it seems like this has been going on for longer. Very possible. What's the best way to rehydrate if you compete 1 hour after weigh-ins? You don't cut. If you're competing an hour later, you will not rehydrate. You will not rehydrate it. You have to compete at your natural walk-around weight. That's the way it works. What's the best natural source of calcium and vitamin D? This is constantly discussed, but vitamin D, and here's a terrible thing, the vast majority of people will need to take some form of supplemental vitamin D3. That's just the way it works because most people have chronically low vitamin D. Now, the first thing I will say is you have to go and get your blood work done. I'm outside all the time. When I lived in Las Vegas, I was outside with no shirt on all the time, eating a very nutrient dense meal plan, and I always had chronically low vitamin D. What I had to do is I actually started taking 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3 per day, split in 2 divided doses to ensure I was at the optimal range of my own vitamin D3. So I would say, first and foremost, get your blood work done to see if you even qualify. Are you low? Do you have any deficiencies? Now, vitamin D is fat soluble, but it is not fat storable. And a lot of people don't understand what that means. That means when you take vitamin D today, you have to take it tomorrow. When you eat food dense in vitamin D today, you have to take it tomorrow. When your body produces vitamin D because you're outside in the sunshine, you have to go back in the sunshine tomorrow. You don't build up a level that simply stays there. You have to constantly consume it. It is not storable. Proud to be an American. It's all effing politics. I would agree with that. In trust games, are you still going to bare knuckle zero integrity George? No, that fat turd can't even get out of his chair. That fat turd. Guess what? He said he was going to put on his own fight promotion in August because it was going to take him that long between all May, all June, all July, then fight in August. It was going to take him over 3 months to get in shape. Guess what happened? August came and went. Big fat zero integrity George is still sitting on his sofa. What happened to his fight card? He was going to promote a fight in Atlanta. What happened to that? Fail. Another false tale, another big lie from zero integrity George. Called me out when he was too fat to even go for a jog, right? It was all he was doing. He just used Ariel. He used my name as he always does. He used my name to get some headlines. That's all he does because he was feeling lonely, swimming around in his bottle, feeling lonely. That's the way it goes. And that's when he mentions my name. And he knows not to mention my name because I blast him. I run circles around him and he knows that. I want nothing to do with that fool in my life. I have no desire for anything, that dude. But if he opens his fucking mouth about me, my God, I have days worth of material. I got linked headlines. I got photos. I got direct quotes. I got so much content I could just drop on that fool if I wanted to, let alone the physicality. My goodness. I'd love to compete against that guy in anything, because I win at everything. I've won at everything. He wishes he was sitting here doing what I'm doing, but he's not. We know where he is right now. Brian, what's your take on Eric Helms' full body training program, 5 days of full body? With respect, I don't understand Eric Helms. I think Eric Helms is a smart guy, but when it comes to building muscle, I'm not looking at Eric Helms. Eric Helms, no disrespect to him, and I'm not saying this to be critical. He doesn't look like a very muscular guy. He's not a very strong guy. So I don't know why, and maybe it's just because of the YouTube algorithm has been pumping me lots of like build strength, get bigger, build muscles, and it's Eric Helms talking about it. And I'm not mad at him at all. I probably would like him in person. I'm not mad at him, but I don't understand how that content is relevant. I don't get that. So to answer your question, what's my take? I haven't looked at his 5-day full body program. I haven't looked at it. I don't know what that will do for benefit, and it's not being, the guy looks great. He's in great shape. He looks like a runner. Like he looks like a tennis player, respectfully, little bulkier than a swimmer maybe. But I don't know about the whole strength and muscle gaining thing. It doesn't make sense. It's like me putting out a program to be a ballerina, dance like Mike, 5-day, ballet program from Mike Dolce. It just doesn't make sense. No disrespect. Again, I don't want to be disrespectful. I got to answer though. Ashraf, I used to follow keto and my hair started falling out. I felt weak. I couldn't train properly, but I convinced myself I felt good. Thanks to you, I got off all supplements and stopped. Bang, Ashraf, so happy. So happy. Being afraid of carbs. Exactly. That's what they put in your head. Blueberries are carbs. Apples are carbs. Quinoa's carbs. Oats are carbs. I can't eat that. I can't eat that. Some of the healthiest food on the planet is carbs. Plants are carbs. Johan, thank you for the $4 super chat donation. Very cool of you. Very kind of you. Papa D, does Mrs. Dolce enjoy UFC with you? Only when our friends fight. Only like the big fights, like the Diaz Masvidal fight. She'll watch that fight. Sorry about that. Only the big fights, and then only when our friends fight. We have quite a few friends who are in the UFC still actively competing. So when they are friends, she will watch them fight when it's the big fights. But by and large, no, she doesn't watch it. Neither do I. Most of the time, I watch the UFC stuff here. Like the fights are on Saturday night. I'll usually watch them here on Tuesday or Wednesday the following week. I don't really watch them live as much anymore either because I'm busy. I'm a father of 2 little girls. I'm not going to have the UFC on TV with my 4-year-old and 2-year-old girls running around. We're going to be doing other stuff. We're reading books. We're doing projects. We're down deep into the STEM world in the Dolce house. Ryan Roop, but good question, Johan. Ryan Roop, hey, Mike, any info for night shift workers at work, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., sometimes 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.? Just treat it like it's days. Exactly. What we say is when you wake up, start breakfast from there. We work with tons and tons and tons of atypical shift workers. The easiest way for everyone is when you wake up, breakfast bowl. After that 8-hour sleep, you have your breakfast and you start your day from there, whether it's dark out or light out, doesn't matter. Start your breakfast when you wake up. James, Mike, what are your thoughts on the barbell bench press versus the dumbbell press for strength and mass gains? The dumbbell much better, and even at a slight incline, like a 30-degree incline would be much better than completely flat. Too much anterior deltoid activation, improper rotation of the deltoid in that position, and very difficult to build a proper base, scapula pinched back and down. Very difficult to maintain that position, specifically as a noob, creates lots and lots and lots of bad shoulder problems. So I would avoid that almost completely. I would do the modified incline dumbbell press for sure. Jacqueline, love your show. Your nutrition information is literally saving my life. Thank you for answering all these comments. I am so happy, so proud to be a part of your world inside this community. Thank you guys for all being here. And also, thank you for smashing that like button. Bang, 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 bang. Giving this video a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Subscribing to this channel, which really matters in helping this channel grow. And even click on that little notification button because I jump on all the time with impromptu content. We put a new video out every single day on this channel. Sometimes there are 5 to 10 minute car talk videos where I rant on one single topic to help you. Sometimes these are our longer form live chats where we talk about a single topic. Then I get in, I answer everyone's question. I try and do 3 or 4 of each per week. Even we're adding some new exercise information in too. Waze, what's up? Craig says fake news. Nick L, can you do a video about planning for holiday travel and avoiding the pitfalls of mom's home cooking? Nick, that sounds great. Nick, could you please leave that question in the comments below after this video posts? That way I will see it, put it on the list, and I'll get it done for you. That's a great one. Brian Merms, F.U. Dolce, do you have strength standard for weighted chins, incline bench, trap bar, deadlift? Incline bench, I have no strength standard. Overhead press, yes, we do. Weighted chins, no. What we want is 20 dead hang chin-ups. Overhand or underhand, I'm fine with, but you have to touch your chest to the bar. What I say is knuckles to nipples. That's what I'm trying to do. When I'm chinning, I'm trying to actually bring my chest all the way up to touch my knuckles. The overhead press, we're looking for about 1.25 times body weight overhead to start with, working towards 1.5. This is the strict standing military press, right? No push press, no push jerk, strict standing military. 1.25 is about, that's our exit level intermediate. Trap bar deadlift, no, I mean, we're looking at about two trap bar or conventional or sumo, doesn't matter to me. We're looking for 2 times body weight to exit intermediate and then to move into the advanced category. But really, I want to see you about 2.5. Ashraf, thoughts on Till versus Kelvin? Man, I think that's a good one. I think Till should definitely move up, or I think Till will be great at 185. That's a tough fight. Kelvin's a savage. So that'll be a good one. Mohammed says, what do you think is the best for gaining? 3-day split twice a week or 5-day split once a week? 3-day, twice a week, much better than 1-day split simply due to muscle protein synthesis. You have a 48-hour window to grow that new muscle you just damaged. Once that window closes, you're not really doing any benefit. So the Monday, Wednesday, Friday full body is ideal. This is what all the biggest, strongest athletes on the planet did before steroids were invented. Once steroids became invented, athletes realized that they could just train once a week and get really good results. So the every other day is ideal. Dominique, does list fed still work if working out in the afternoon? Yeah, it still works. All walking works. All cardiovascular activity works. Ideally, to oxidize that site-specific, gender-specific stored body fat, lists while fasted has been proven to be more efficient. Now, all cardiovascular activity is efficient. So that's why we mix it all up. We still do cardio later in the day. We do HIIT, we do high intensity, we do intervals, but we also do that fasted list. True Seeker question, do you get your flu shot? Fuck no. No way. No way. Why would I get a flu shot that's less than 30% effective while contaminating 100% of the people who get it? Guess what? I haven't gotten the flu in decades. I never get it. Ever, 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 ever. Why would I get the flu shot? I don't get the flu. Why would I get the flu shot when the flu shot doesn't even protect against this year's strain of flu? Do your research. Please do your research at the effectiveness of the flu shot. And then you determine for yourself if you should get it. Right? Don't, this is not medical information. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I do and what my doctor agrees. My doctor said, why would you get it? Why should you get it? You're never sick. Your life is perfect. No, you're great. I'm a germaphobe. Wash my hands 20 times a day. I got sprays and sanitizers everywhere I go. I keep gloves. I keep rubber gloves in my backpack, in my truck. Like when I've got to go in and out of places, I'm going to put one on because I'm not touching this. I got to use a public restroom. I'm putting on rubber gloves, baby. I'm that dude. So no, I'm not going to fucking inject myself with toxic chemicals that don't even work most of the time and don't even work for most of the people most of the time. Again, do your own research on this topic. It's crazy. True Seeker, what's up, Dolce? F you. 5 best bodyweight exercises for a morning circuit. We can do the bodyweight squat, the push-up, the V-up, the plank, and the burpee. Boom, that's a 20-minute morning right there. Question, do you guys answer that? Coconut water pre or post-workout? Post. Excuse me. True Seeker, exactly what I expected to hear. Neither have gotten a flu shot either. Bang. And how do you feel? I bet you never got the fucking flu, right? How about that? It's weird how that works. Brian says, what's better, squat, high bar or low bar? All bar. High bar, low bar, front squat, goblet squat, hip squat, Jefferson squat, hack squat. All good. All good. All good. Biomechanically correct is the way to go. All right, guys and gals, it is time for me to go. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Remember, tune into this channel. Subscribe for this channel for the most honest, actionable, evidence-based information to dramatically improve your life. That's what we are doing here. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I got no sponsorships, no endorsements, no contracts. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. I can tell the truth. I make my own money, baby. I can do whatever the F I want, not worry about pissing anybody off. And if you're cool, if you're honest, if you're putting real out there, then you don't have to worry. We're on the same team. But I'm here out to expose all the bogus, all the BS, all the fuckery that is messing with you guys. That's getting in the way of your happiness and of your success and of your health and your fitness. That's what we're doing here. The most honest channel on YouTube. That is the Dolce Diet and Fitness channel. So thank you all for being here. Subscribe to this channel. Bang, bang, bang. Thumbs up if you have not yet. And leave a comment below this video after this pass, because allegedly that helps with the algorithm. Also, feel free to share this video anywhere you want that you want to stir up some shit and create the conversation. I appreciate you guys for being here. Until next time, boom.